Hello there guys, and today I'm starting a series, the Eliminator series. So basically theories about games and different things. And anyways, today's game is Terraria, and well, we're going to get straight into this. So Terraria is a survival game, which of course it is. But have you ever thought of it as a post-apocalyptic game? Because if you think about it, you're in a world taken over by crazy creatures. And you and the NPCs are the only survivors. Which is, that doesn't have to be the setting. That doesn't have to be the story, but it is a possibility. So, but it's Terraria, so there's so many possibilities because there's so much stuff. But one of the biggest things is the bosses and events, specifically the Moon Lord. Now, this theory was made by Orangefish XD, so full credit to him, and he's going to explain it.
What's up, guys? And today I'm on Eliminator 310's channel right now, but there is a theory I got for you guys, and it's about Terraria and the Moon Lord and Cthulhu, which I'm gonna call him his brother in this video. So basically, when you're in Terraria, you probably have noticed there's a lot of bosses with Cthulhu at the end. Brain of Cthulhu, Eye of Cthulhu are a few examples. But they're kind of like their body parts. And the final boss in the game is called the Moon Lord. So, it's kind of interesting. It kind of got me thinking. The Moon Lord he's the Lord of the Moon. And the Cthulhu seems to be the Lord of the Earth, or Terraria. So what this theory is that the Moon Lord was, jealous of his brother, which actually, if you think about it, the Moon Lord looks like Cthulhu. So basically, he was jealous of his brother, so he killed him, but not necessarily. He got all his body parts, like the eye for his eyes, the brain for his brain. I don't know about this one, but the Eater of Worlds could be like his tentacles. And Skeletron for his bones, like his skeleton. And that's kind of interesting, because why else would they be, attacking you? And it really is interesting. And about the mechanical bosses, you might be wondering, then what are those? So what I think is, maybe the mechanical bosses were redesigns of the Cthulhu's body parts that the Moon Lord has created for, because obviously they're the only bosses, the only three bosses that naturally spawn, so it's like the Moon Lord's trying to kill you. I mean, the Eye of Cthulhu naturally spawns, but, it's just kind of interesting. And you're probably like, how did the Moon Lord take over? Well, I don't know if you're like that, but just think about it. So the Moon Lord, he took over and he just killed his brother, basically. Well, he took out all his, parts and stuff. So basically, if you think about it, there's a frost moon, pumpkin moon, there's a blood moon, and a solar eclipse, which involves the moon. And if you think about it, the Lord of the Moon, Moon Lord, it's really interesting, to be honest. Because it just involves the moon. There's lunar cultists, there's lunar worshippers, and there's the lunar event. It's just everything that has to do with the moon. It's like the Moon Lord's trying to get attention, so it seems that he's, jealous or something. And then the dungeon. So, about the dungeon, before I get to the dungeon part, I don't really know, but, so basically, what we think is that you're the survivors, you're the last ones, and the whole world's in this apocalypse, and you're just trying to slay the Moon Lord. And it's really interesting. So the dungeon could be all the catacombs of the people who've died. It's really interesting. And all the people that you're fighting used to be people in Terraria. And there's all these things, and right after you kill the Moon Lord, basically your quest is done. And there's just, the world has been in an outbreak. It's so crazy. It's just, The theory's interesting, but you're probably like, what about the Golem, Plantera, or Duke Fishron? Duke Fishron, I'm not quite sure, and the Golem, not quite sure as well, and Plantera, they could just be like side bosses or something, but yeah, like extra bosses, like they could have just been in the world already, but then the Moonlord came. And of course, the Old One's army doesn't really matter because that's just a crossover thing. But, like, this, like, you don't have to think of it as the story, but it's a unique idea, and I just thought of it in the car, and then Eliminator 310 came up with some parts too, and yeah. So, yeah.
Now the last question I want to answer in this video is, well, if there was another Terraria game, what would it be? It's just a pretty hard question. There was going to be Terraria Otherworld, but that didn't happen. So, yeah, I'm going to think about this. It's very difficult. You know, I'm changing the question. If there was to be another boss, what would it be? And I think it makes sense, and Orangefish XD bring this up, that since there's the Moonlord, it only makes sense that there would be the Sunlord, who's even more powerful. It's a possibility. Yeah. Well, anyways, that is all for this video. I hope to see you next time. And, well, subscribe, because there will be more game theory videos coming soon. And some other cool videos. Yeah. That is about it. Goodbye.